Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's our visitors and our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guy's looking good early off to the 2-0 start. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. Her squad fired up as we approach kickoff. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Off we go on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And caught left side by Ryman. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one, batted away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Best that time. And 3rd down coming up. He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Lumberjacks send out their punter. And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Flush to his right. This one complete right side. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set, go!
They'll run with the man from Marshall, Rashid Ali. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5.
Here we go, here we go! Ready,
They'll go once more with Ali. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down. I like the call to keep the offense on the line. From this distance, a field goal is no sure thing, and that's a great job by the quarterback, recognizing the situation. Nobody's open. Take off, become a runner, extend the drive, pick up the first down.
A run with Ali. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 31, here is 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Here's a first carry for their running back. Finding space at the 15. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Bison. That is first touchdown of the new year.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
7, Lumberjacks nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Lumberjacks offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And this sequence, not one to build on. He's going to lose yardage on the 3rd down, and quickly it brings up 4th down. That's taken in at the 50. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Bison's offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead.
Ready.
On the ground, it's Ali. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. A pick up there of 19 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He'll get this ahead for about 3. Big Tonka Hemingway in there for the tackle. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 23-yard
Come
line.
on. 18 Cardinals.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Ventrell Miller there to bring him down. Here's a third down and 4.
Cowboy 80. Steady.
That's taken in. It's Rasheen Ali. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a pickup. A gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
First and goal
Here we
at
go,
the
here we
2-yard
go.
line.
Cougar. Ready.
Hill looks to throw. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
Let's go. Go.
Now, faking the give. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And goal.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
And that is incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lumberjacks offense back onto the field for their next possession. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this third drive. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. The right side is taken in by Beck. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play.
On the jump.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Right back to Betts. He's got another one. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Pushed out to his left. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. A gain there of 21. And that will be a first down.
32-yard line.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down. The tight end going in motion to the left.
Ready.
Now a run on first down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. It is 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
19, 18. Go.
That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now.
19, Charger. 19, Charger.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Ronnie Bell. Touchdown, Lumberjacks.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the Lumberjacks are on the board. It's 10-7.
Lumberjacks 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bison's offense ready to get back at it. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal,
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
this is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The Lumberjacks offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He finds Bell. That's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Beck. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
17 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10.
Come on. Let's go.
That one caught by Beck. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7.
Deputy, stand by roll.
49-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
Loss of a yard on the play.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a 1st.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there. But it works out as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Flush to his right. The ball comes out. And the defense comes away with a turnover.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Dump this out wide to Abanaconda. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Give him 14 on that play. One first down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Now a handoff, running right. Space to run inside the 20. And he'll be forced out of bounds.
That's good.
Ready up.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Makes the score Bison 17. Lumberjack 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Here comes a return from the 5. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Lumberjacks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go, ladies.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Go.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. Rolling right. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16. So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Going for it all. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Besh. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. time is looming, so the athletic training staff can get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw yet again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's going to have a 1st down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Brooklyn.
Back to the air one more time. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he will score! Touchdown, Brooklyn! It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
The PAT, up and good. And the Lumberjacks are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bites offense. And their running back set to go once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter.
Come on, come on. 60 Bites. Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, here's Ali. He's inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the 2nd half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Rain only intensifying now as the teams have come back out. This figures to be a wet and wild 2nd half to come. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Now, an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Bison's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
60 inch. Ready.
A handoff. This is Ali. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within one possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Lumberjacks offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. Motion man is Bell. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
The Lumberjacks going to kick this one. Here comes the punt team. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bison's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Come on.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He gets this into the hands of Green. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 20.
predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Lumberjacks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
They gave him the impossible task of being so far behind the sticks and saying, hey, go salvage this series. And he almost pulled it off. What a great run. And in most instances, it would be rewarded with a first down.
17 yards that time to number 17.
And up Brooklyn. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
The throw on the run is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Now, faking the give. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. Let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Get it. Tap the 60. Tap the 60.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Bison's offense and their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
Ready. Get ready.
Here's a handoff to Ali. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
1 yard gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down.
The penalty is declined.
On now comes the punt team for the Bisons, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Lumberjacks offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll begin here on the ground. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5.
19 Sergeant, 19 Sergeant.
They'll send a man in motion left. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Drive will start on the ground, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down, they need 7.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
6, ready.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Time to kick it away for the Bisons. Here comes the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. That is fielded at the 13. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's enough for a 1st down.
1st down, Lumberjacks.
Here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 47-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's caught. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 39 yards.
On the jump.
On the move at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Coconut.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. It is 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll drop to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
And in these tight games, Because especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way.
Levi's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
Pass interference. Defense.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Lumberjacks offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. A run now on 2nd down. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Bison's offense make their way out to take over once more. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Broncos, gotta be lying. Let's go.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a give up the middle. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
That's another.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. On the ground, they go with Ali. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Throwing now from the gun. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is Look there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And now here comes the punt team. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Lumberjacks offense headed back to take over once more. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Going up top. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They have time to work with, but they have no timeouts. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He's going to dial up another deep ball.